Hello and welcome back to RoboCop. And welcome back to signal tracking. Yeah, the checkpoint was at the start of the cutscene, so it's showing this again.
Back up on St. John Street, outside the fishmongers. Multiple armed suspects sighted.
I guess we'll go and check out the fishy business.
Yeah, might as well. Wendell's probably not going too far, right?
No, I don't think he is. He's gonna hang out. It is very important we help this man at the fish shop, because he was kind of screwed by the whole thing with the phones there earlier.
Right.
Just look at that. Murphy, good to see you. Multiple armed suspects have taken over the store. We gotta be careful. They got the owner inside.
I am going in.
You need backup.
And of course we'll take Washington.
Remember your field.
Would be good to get the kid some field experience that from someone who's actually watching out for him.
I'll secure the perimeter.
Yeah, we don't need any trigger-happy idiots on this job.
Oh, it's the mayor's poster. Maybe he actually knows him.
Yep, that is certainly Mayor Cusack right there.
Let's get him! Murphy, there's something else. You really know your stuff.
Yes, well, we have a lot of experience.
What, you're just gonna leave another pile of fake money?
We got some fake money lying around. It's fine.
Right, but there was more crime evidence.
Against you.
Yeah, I'll get it eventually. On the way back, we have more pressing matters to attend to, such as pathfinding.
I was about to ask if the laser sight was new, but no, I just realized it was the ricochet.
Yeah, that's just the angle from the ricochet, so... Of course we will be seeing a lot more of that. We also have a skill point, but I won't be leveling up just yet.
You wrecked my shop! Oh God! What will my father say? All the fish are gonna go bad. Oh, quit your whining, Pops. It's not like anyone can smell the difference.
I beg to differ, sir.
Open the door and come out with your hands up.
Oh shit, that's RoboCop. Listen! You and your friends got it all wrong. You're not supposed to be here, pal. OCP doesn't butt into this hood's business. And you're police on OCP's money, so you better scram if you don't want trouble.
What I want is not important. What I need is your surrender.
Well, how about batteries, huh? I'm sure you need those to stick them up your ass to keep that freak show running. I've got a hostage here, and I'll blow his fucking brains out if you try anything stupid.
Break the door. He's reloading.
Who's that?
There ain't an ounce of respect in those perps. There's nothing sacred to OCP. But I was wrong about you. You definitely more human than any of them OCP hyenas.
That was intense.
Good job, Officer Washington.
Thank you, Robo.
Well, there is a battery that RoboCop can stick up his ass.
Oh, hey. You would have made good on that threat.
And yeah, if you take Steph, I believe he just makes a big mess of things and the owner dies, I believe. I've never done that because, I mean, why would I?
Oh, joy.
You know, he's an idiot and incompetent, so that's great. Also, yeah, we got some better chips, so the 36% bonus damage from one chip is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, we have 120% extra weapon damage at this point. So just putting these into focus, I do want to get at least focus and scanning to level 6 so I can get the ability from those.
Yep.
Combat is kind of whatever because, I mean, we are pretty OP as is.
Yeah, you and the God 9.
I mean, you haven't seen anything yet.
How have I not? This thing has like... what, automatic reloading, a 3-shot burst? How does it get better?
I mean, we will eventually get... Oh, hold on, let's just look at this fish first. Yep, that is definitely some fish. Also some bottles in that, I think.
I mean, I guess it's not a bad place to, like, cool your wine. I guess.
But yeah, we will be getting even better Auto 9 boards.
That sounded like a proper gunfight. So how come you're still in one piece?
I had a partner who had my back.
Keep it up and I might just change my mind about you. I'll wrap this up, Robo. You can head back to the precinct.
Okay, you kids play nice now. That is not the way I was supposed to be going. I'm not sure why it, like, puts you facing that way.
That is kind of weird.
Also, there was a bit of stutter for some reason, more so than usual on this recording. I kind of fixed it eventually.
Free food for handing out flyers.
I had to adjust some settings. Just kinda hanging around and checking if these people have anything to say.
I'll have to close up the store.
Well, I think we should try to make sure that Mills doesn't win. I think I've called him Miles before, but John Miles was a racing driver in the 60s and 70s.
And now he's up for a stint in politics.
What a surprise. Not everyone in the city would return a wallet.
The hell was that?
I'd be letting my father down if I didn't, sir.
Your father must be proud of you.
Yeah, that is a weird sort of visual artifact that showed up a few times during this session, and it's appeared a few times before, but it's just one of those things.
Okay, Murphy. So where are you headed now?
I am following the signal from the doctor's computer.
That's handy. You're gonna keep me posted if you find anything, won't you?
Affirmative. Murphy, out.
I hate when you do that. Loose out.
Alright, let's see what else we got.
Your arguments against voting are baseless. As residents of this city, you have an obligation.
Get lost, kiddo. I don't want them to unsuspend my sentence for beating up a snot like you.
Carry on. Yeah, we are kind of following the signal now so I can get the bar off the screen.
So basically, we can go find where the signal leads to, and then just go fuck off and do whatever else.
Yeah. Yeah, we just have to know where the plot door is.
Sweet.
And yeah, here was this gang stash that I skipped earlier. Just in case we needed to grab some more crime evidence at this point, which we really didn't because we got more than enough from the hotel. There is also another one of these stashes here somewhere, but first I'm just gonna do this signal thing because it's gonna be right around the corner here.
Mm-hmm.
Need some rubble?
No, but it might be covering something that I am looking for.
It will be like searching for a needle in a haystack unless you have some kind of X-ray vision.
Well, fortunately we do have Robo Vision.
Any joy?
I need to see what is underneath.
Then you'll have to wait. There'll be a truck to move it in an hour or two. It's not like you can move the whole thing anyway. You're not a finicking train, are you?
I am much more than that.
Get ready to watch some magic, buddy.
Shit! You're like a freaking bulldozer. Is that what you were looking for? A manhole cover?
I need to get underground.
Well, not through there, you ain't. If the sewers are what you're after, then you should use the entrance behind the mark. Just under the overpass.
Thank you, citizen.
That is something for next time, because we still have some stuff to do around town.
Yeah, you're right about the stuttering being a little more prominent this time.
You disappointed me, Robo. The police should not get involved in politics.
Thank you for your input.
Are the police not a tool of politicians?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to make sure that OCP doesn't control the entire city, instead of just, 99% of it.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out, I'm telling you.
Connect the parts, plug in the wires, then get the money and run. Everything will be fine. Trust me.
Okay. But it's the last time I lie about knowing how to do the job.
Yeah, at first I thought these guys were like setting up a bomb or something, but I think they're just like setting up the equipment.
Yeah. Yeah, you got some, I guess roadies who don't know how to do the job.
There's a bit of an awkward jump cut there because I kinda had some issues finding this guy.
Drinking in a public place is against the law.
I'm not drinking. I'm drunk already. And I am home.
Okay, carry on.
I will not issue a ticket. However, I recommend enrolling in the homeless help program.
I'm not homeless, so get out of my house.
And with that we gained another level.
Good way to get a level.
Dude's got a big house.
Maybe he's the head of OCP.
Might be. And also here is the last one of the gang stashes, which I also opened this gate before, I think, but I didn't open this box. Because I wanted to leave it for later. And we didn't even get XP from that for some reason, so yay, that was pointless.
Weird.
Yeah, some of them do give you XP and others do not, but never mind that because we have a side quest here.
Hey, Robo, could you help us? We're in quite a pickle.
Oh, you again.
We have here a dead campaign manager from Mills's office.
This case is urgent. But we can't get inside the vehicle to examine the corpse.
For some reason, the car is electrified. Now that everyone's on strike, there's no one to take care of it, and I don't want to end up like a well-done steak.
I am glad to be...
Who's electrifying cars?
Well, Magnavolt is, but...
Clues afterwards? You know, you never can tell with the electricity.
But it's only supposed to electrify people who try to steal the car. Yep, that guy is definitely dead. Okay, let's just, before we do anything, just activate the quest. Don't really need to, but might as well.
Bulbs are burnt out. Something must have caused a short circuit. I assume a failure of the Magnavolt system. I will look into it.
If it wasn't for that, we'd have probably found the car on bricks and him in just his boxers.
I wouldn't be so optimistic.
Magnavolt is deactivated. It is now safe to investigate the car.
Great. But if you could take a look inside, just in case.
Gladly.
Well, there is clearly something on the passenger seat, but we do actually have to investigate from the other side. So let's just head to the driver's side door.
There is an earring on the front seat.
Could be helpful if we find out who it belongs to.
The deceased is holding the phone. The last number dialed is described as the office.
Was he calling his own office during the murder? Certainly worth checking.
Okay, so here I'm having some trouble actually finding the exact pixel it wants me to look at.
I was not expecting this to be a strangulation.
Yeah, it seems to be a pretty, well, pretty advanced knot, it looks like. If I can ever actually... I actually have to look at him instead of the rope.
That seems misleading considering the rope is what's lit up.
I know, that's why it takes me like 50 hours.
The victim was strangled. The rope was tied with a sailor's knot.
Not everyone can tie something like that.
The phone, the earring, and a sailor's knot. That's something to go on.
And the place itself is interesting. Less than 100 yards from the victim's office. I wonder why he stopped here.
I will go to the office to see if the victim left a message.
It's near the cinema on the 3rd floor. We need to finish here before we can join you.
Were there any witnesses?
There's that homeless guy across the street. He warned us about the current. He probably tried to steal something from the car. But it's hard to get anything out of him. His hand is fried, but he says he doesn't want an ambulance. Says he can't afford it.
Why would OCP get involved in this case?
Not following politics, huh? The guy was Mills' campaign manager. OCP will do anything to get Mills elected.
Yeah, if everyone hadn't been on strike, they would have brought the whole station down here.
Why did you not join the strike?
I owe Reed a favor.
And you're too close to retirement to risk it.
But there's nothing keeping you here, Officer O'Neill, apart from making my life less bearable.
Somebody's gotta watch your clumsy ass.
I will let you know if I find anything in that office.
We'll meet you there, and maybe we'll grab a burger on the way.
Not on my watch.
Hey, I thought we were partners.
Okay, before we go, let's just talk to this witness over here. The guy they mentioned.
Seems like a good start.
Like I told those cops, no ambulance. Just leave me be.
You tried to rob a corpse.
Now I am truly offended. Without me, these cops would have turned to ash. I should get a medal for it or something.
You avoided death. Take it as a sign to change your life. Start by helping me with this investigation.
Damn, are you a preacher in your spare time or something? We can talk. Just quit bugging me with your conversion bullshit.
What do you know about that car?
I know the guy who owns it. I mean, I knew him. He always stopped here to pick up this blonde gal. Real peach, I'm telling you. High class.
Describe the woman.
She likes jewelry, but she's not covered with it like a Christmas tree. She knows how to wear it. That much I can say.
Okay, so we're looking for a woman who can accessorize pretty well. And not, like, goes overboard with it.
And not a whole lot to go on, but I think we can work with it.
Considering the town, that might actually be a pretty decent description? Maybe?
Yeah, well, let's visit the office first.
The long-awaited execution of the war criminal Ernesto de la Diego ended in failure when his military supporters, Red Rat, staged a bloody protest. Ernesto was acquitted to prevent further bloodshed.
Ah, wonderful.
You can get an acquittal during your execution?
Ugh, come on, please. Damn lock.
May I help you, officer?
I want to speak with someone from Simon Page's office.
Then you're in the right place. Agatha Crane, Simon's assistant. But I'm afraid we have to wait for Mr. Page if we want to go in.
Why?
A keycard issue. I have to recode them every week because Mr. Page has a thing about security. But sometimes newly encoded cards don't work. I call them unpredictable little things. They can ruin even the best schedule.
Mr. Page was murdered last night.
What? Oh God. That makes my schedule irrelevant.
Were you or anyone else
That's your first thought?
yesterday after Mr. Page left?
No. Mr. Page always stays late, and just the two of us work here.
Allow me to check the phones. Mr. Page called the office during his murder.
Of course. But first we need to get inside. Maybe you could help with the door.
Perhaps.
Follow me.
All calls go through my phone. It's on the desk on the right.
I found your fake ID card.
Hmm.
Things to throw away. I regularly clean my workspace. I don't like to be distracted by anything.
You have no new messages.
The phone on Mr. Page's desk is connected to his answering machine. It's the only one in this office.
Maybe he did not get a chance to record his message.
Nothing in there. Doesn't seem like there's anything else in here either, so let's head into the office. And some pointers for Mills's speech extolling the virtues of Delta City. Not really relevant to the investigation.
Yeah. Listen, probably not.
Like to sail?
It was one of his hobbies. I don't know who he sailed with, though. He kept me out of his private life.
Organ selling and other ideas for making money?
The books were bought for show. Visitors don't look too closely, and making an impression is all that matters. Mr. Page's words.
I'm not entirely sure about that, but if you say so. I do feel like somebody might take notice of a book about selling your organs, but I'm no expert, so I don't know.
Schedule. Some of his meetings were so secret.
Some things just go completely under the radar, even if they're right under your nose, I guess.
Where is the pixel? Give me the pixel. There we go.
Receipts for gifts that Mr. Page gave during business meetings. Mr. Page's computer. I don't have access to it.
Man, look at those floppy drives.
Did you find any leads? You know, perhaps you should check out Mayor Kuzak's team, as the death of Mr. Page plays into their hands.
According to his schedule, Mr. Page often met with a person marked as G. In fact, they met yesterday.
Oh God. Could he be the murderer?
Do you know who that might be?
As I said, Mr. Page had a thing about secrecy. I wasn't allowed to view his private schedule, so I don't know all the people listed there.
What about his receipts? There was one for earrings. Who were they for?
For Gloria. Oh God. G.
Gloria who?
Gloria Lindbergh, from Kuzak's campaign office. Mr. Page wanted her to change sides.
Do you know where she lives?
It's just a short walk from here. An apartment opposite the basketball court. I don't know the exact address.
That's a pretty good lead.
Also, that was a gigantic drinks cabinet in the office.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like that is very impressive to look at.
I am on my way to question her. In the office, there is an assistant of the deceased.
I'll keep an eye on this place till you get back. Kurtz will be here in a minute. He just went to get us a couple burgers.
Is he getting us one too?
Well, you gotta have priorities. Also check out these lovely interiors.
That is some Insomniac Spider-Man stuff, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the same kind of cube map thing they used in that. In Spider-Man 2 on the PS5, they actually ray traced those interiors from stuff they had under the map.
Oh, holy shit.
It looks really good. Now before we head up, here's an OCP chest. We'll check out later if it had any interesting chips for us. Probably not.
I mean, Omni plus 12%, that's not nothing.
Yeah, those don't really seem to match what we actually get.
Oh, that's annoying.
Because, our biggest one is 36, I think. So... That is with the bonuses, of course.
Are you Gloria Lindbergh from Mayor Kuzak's office?
So OCP is using less and less subtle methods to intimidate us. What do you want?
I am here to ask questions about Simon Page.
He's my political opponent. I have nothing more to say about him.
Mr. Page was murdered last night.
Oh, too bad for him. I kind of liked him. So why are you here?
We have reason to believe that you are involved.
On what basis?
A witness testified that you met with Mr. Page shortly before he died.
I was supposed to, for business. But Simon called my office and canceled the meeting.
The investigation demands that I search your apartment.
If OCP wants to frame me, you probably won't back off anyway, so come on in.
Lady, your apartment is massive.
There's a man hiding under that shiny armor.
Now, I'm no expert, but I think that if your job is to write speeches, you should probably spell the word speech correctly.
It's okay, this is just a draft.
Yeah, I don't think Cusack is really gonna stick to the script anyway, so...
Actually, it's less of a draft and more of just an outline.
I have a prescription for them. I can't fall asleep when I'm alone in bed. I have a second glass if you want to loosen up.
Perhaps later.
Is this a gift from Mr. Page?
He gave them to me when we met. He was probably trying to buy his way into my favor. I lost the second one.
Uh-huh.
I lead a busy social life. It's not a crime, is it, officer?
I'm getting a bit of a Basic Instinct vibe here.
Yeah.
I have various hobbies. Sailing is one of the more innocent ones. Do you like it, officer? Such strong hands can probably tie strong knots.
I can tie 1,004 different knots.
Am I under arrest? Maybe you want to cuff me?
Negative. First, I would need to charge you. According to Mr. Page's schedule, you met often. Too often for business meetings.
That doesn't make me a murderer. Simon contacted me a month ago. He wanted me to join Mills's campaign office. We slept together a couple of times, and there was something electrifying about it. Secrecy, his connections with OCP, the consequences if we were found out. And we were. His assistant figured it out. She must have reported us, and OCP killed him. They were afraid he might give me Mills's campaign details.
You claim that Agatha Crane knew about your affair.
Not only knew, but she blackmailed Simon. She's ambitious. She wanted to get a promotion out of it, but Simon fired her.
When was Agatha fired?
Maybe a week ago? You should talk to her, not me.
I intend to do that. Please stay at our disposal.
Missing you already.
Right.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah, it seems like Miss Crane might not have been entirely truthful.
Is the victim's assistant still with you?
O'Neill here. We have a problem locating her, but I can assure you she didn't leave the office.
Oh, great.
What I mean when you get here.
On my way. Keep Ms. Crane there and be careful. She is our prime suspect.
Understood.
You had one job.
I'm kind of impressed, actually.
Let's just warp there through the magic of editing. Not like it's a long trip anyway, but might as well.
Where is Agatha?
A very good question.
When you left, I came inside to take her statement, but there was no one here. Kurt showed up soon after.
We've been looking for the lady ever since, but she's vanished into thin air. She couldn't have left the office without us seeing her, though.
We must find her. New evidence suggests that she is the murderer.
Once again, let's just check every corner. She couldn't just disappear.
How do we know that the missing lady is the one who did this?
She had a motive. She threatened to reveal Page's affair to get a promotion. He fired her instead.
A secret button hidden in the desk. This is getting more interesting.
As long as it's not red, I think we can push it.
Way ahead of you.
The case of the mysterious disappearance solved. Now all we have to do is open that door.
It looks like she used a computer. Maybe we can find something there.
I could just hack that, but let's look at the computer instead, because we have lore.
A message here says there is a panic room in this office. There is also an access code.
Panic room, Magnavolt. This Page guy didn't like to let anyone in.
At least the hide-and-seek game is over.
Also, this is from Simon Pegg.
He also spelled access wrong, but he might have done this in a hurry.
Sesame!
Ah, sure. Keep reminding me of the delicious sesame sprinkled burger buns we haven't eaten yet.
Sure.
Just delete already. That's the problem, Simon. I can't forget. You're ruining my career. Come on, you stupid machine. You're an obstacle that I have to eliminate. Hush now.
Agatha Crane, you are under arrest for the murder of Simon Page.
It was just removing an obstacle.
You have the right to remain silent.
I had the right to do it. He didn't even realize that by blackmailing him, I proved that I'll do anything for the job. What else would you want from a political strategist?
You have the right to an attorney.
This is my attorney. I wasn't born to end up in jail. I was born for great things, and only I decide my fate.
Looks like you've decided on jail.
If you shoot me, it might just bounce off and hit you instead.
There are no bullets in that gun. The clip is out.
Unpredictable little things. Again, it's frustrating when they ruin even the best schedule.
Everything will go according to plan for the next several decades.
Okay, lady, show's over. You're coming with us. I hope they throw away the key. Because of your cold-blooded murder, I'll have to reheat my burgers.
Man has priorities. Our priority here is to pick up this PCB. So this one is... Let's just open this one first here. Yeah, this one is one of the best ones in the game. At one point I might have even argued it was the best one, but I actually didn't realize that there is one that we get pretty shortly that is even better.
So what does this one do?
So this has, well, it has the auto feeder, also the laser focus there, improves accuracy, and it has full auto mode.
Oh my.
The catch is, there is a penalty node there that we can't actually avoid if we want the full auto. Now there is one of these later that doesn't have a penalty node, the penalty node next to full auto. That is the best PCB in the game, at least outside New Game Plus, the 6.0 I think.
I see.
Which is really easy to miss, and I actually didn't know it was even in the game until this playthrough. Yeah, so here I'm just experimenting with stuff, and yeah, you see that, well, with our engineering we do still get a pretty nice bonus.
Yeah, like I don't think I'd be dissatisfied with like this loadout, and I gotta say I do like the idea that like you're building your PCB to your exact specifications, so like you do kind of visually see like oh, I'm taking this perk, but I gotta take, like, you know, a penalty for that. I like that design a lot.
Yeah, that is pretty nice. But I'm just not gonna take the full auto right now.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah, we'll go with this for a while. We get like 3 really good PCBs in a very short order. This is the first one of them. Yeah, here I'm just kind of looking if there's anything I can like replace with a better one. There's some like, there's a 15% one right there, but that's for reload speed. And since we don't have to reload, who cares?
That's a good point.
You just make sure it has the connection and it doesn't matter what the actual stat is.